Welcome to the Europe Truck Driver channel. Today we're embarking on a journey into the heart of Austria. We'll leave the banks of the Danube and travel from the historic town of Korneuburg to the vibrant city of Vienna. But before we hit the road, let me know in the comments where you're watching my videos from. I'm curious to see who's on board with us. So let's go. Our journey begins in Korneuburg, a picturesque district town with a rich history, located directly on the left bank of the Danube. With approximately 13,000 inhabitants, Korneuburg has a pleasant, intimate atmosphere. Its history dates back to the 12th century when it was originally connected to the town of Klosterneuburg. The Danube, the majestic river that flows through Korneuburg, will be our companion at the start of our journey. The Danube is the second longest river in Europe, right after the Volga, and is a true artery of the continent. It flows through 10 countries and serves as a historical and economic axis for all of Central and Eastern Europe. We'll cross this magnificent river on a bridge, and as we do, we'll get an amazing view of the vast expanse of water. As we depart, we'll also catch a breathtaking view of the landscape's dominant feature, Kreuzenstein Castle. From a distance, it's clear that this is not a typical ruin, but a majestic and perfectly preserved fortress. The original 12th century castle was destroyed by the Swedes during the 30 Years' War and remained in ruins for almost 200 years. Its current appearance is the work of Count Johann Nepomuk Wilczek, who had it completely rebuilt between 1874 and 1906. The Count was a great medieval enthusiast and used authentic architectural elements and fragments from castles all over Europe for the construction. As a result, Kreuzenstein looks like something out of a fairy tale and has become a popular backdrop for filmmakers, with scenes from movies like The Three Musketeers and Season of the Witch filmed here. We'll enjoy one last look at this impressive structure, and then we'll continue on our journey. If you'd like to explore this beautiful area more, you should definitely stop at nearby Klosterneuburg. The monastery with its magnificent church and the famous Verdun altar is a true architectural gem. You can tour the monastery's wine cellars and taste excellent wine from the region, making it an ideal visit for lovers of both history and good wine. Admission to the monastery starts from €9, a guided tour is around €13, and a tour of the wine cellars is approximately €16. Leaving Korneuburg, we'll get on the Austrian A22 motorway, which will smoothly lead us to the A1, the main route towards Vienna, and onto St. Polten. In Austria, the toll system for trucks is mandatory and operates via the electronic Go-Box unit. The toll is calculated based on the kilometers driven, the vehicle's emission class, and the number of axles. We also have to be mindful of the night driving ban, which means we must plan our route in advance. On our way, we'll pass by St. Polten, which proudly holds the title of the state capital of Lower Austria. It gained this status only in 1986, making it the youngest state capital in Austria. While we'll mainly see the modern buildings of the government district from the motorway, the city center offers a charming mix of Baroque and Art Nouveau architecture. It's home to many historic churches, monasteries, and picturesque squares. Although we won't stop here, we can admire the surrounding countryside from the truck, endless fields and distant hills that are typical of this region. For us truck drivers, there are several truck parking areas available on the A1 motorway near St. Polten. It's a good idea to book a spot in advance, as parking lots, especially those with full service, are often full. Just a few kilometers from St. Polten lies Schöneberg Castle, which is considered one of the most beautiful Renaissance castles in Austria. It hosts extensive annual exhibitions that attract visitors from all over the world. If you love history and beautiful architecture, it's definitely worth a visit. Admission to the current exhibitions at the castle is around 14 euros. Another great option is to visit Melk Abbey, which is an iconic landmark on the Danube and one of the most significant Baroque buildings in Austria. Its impressive library is one of its greatest treasures. A tour of the abbey costs approximately 16 euros. With every kilometer driven, we're getting closer to our destination, Vienna. The scenery is slowly changing as we transition from rural to urban landscapes. We're passing through towns that make up the Vienna metropolitan area. One of them is Brunn am Gebirge, a charming town located directly south of Vienna. While it's not a district of Vienna, it's one of the oldest municipalities in Austria and sits at the foot of the Vienna woods. Its location makes it a popular place for commuters, where the tranquility of the countryside is combined with the proximity of a bustling metropolis. We're driving on the Vienna Outer Ring Road. The outlines of buildings are starting to appear in the distance, and traffic is getting heavier. We can feel the atmosphere changing as we approach one of the most beautiful and lively cities in Europe. Here we are. Vienna welcomes us with open arms. The first thing to greet us is the majestic silhouette of the city, where Baroque grandeur is blended with modern architecture. Vienna is a city where history was written. It's the city of musical greats like Mozart and Beethoven, and the home of many imposing imperial palaces. In the distance, we can already see St. Stephen's Cathedral, the symbol of Vienna with its unique colorful roof, and the Vienna State Opera, one of the most important opera houses in the world. These landmarks, as well as the Ringstrasse Boulevard that circles the historic center, are just a small taste of what Vienna has to offer. If you decide to stay in Vienna, you should definitely visit the Imperial Hofburg Palace, the former residence of the Habsburg rulers. In addition to the imperial apartments, you can also see the famous Spanish riding school, where unique displays of Lepizner horses are held. And of course, you can't miss Schönbrunn Palace, the Habsburgs' summer residence, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most visited places in Austria. Be sure to stroll through its extensive gardens with the fascinating Gloriette and the only zoo located on the palace grounds. Admission to the Hofburg for a tour of the imperial apartments is approximately 16 euros. Admission to Schönbrunn Palace starts from 22 euros for a standard tour. Our journey ends, but the adventure in Vienna is just beginning. I hope you enjoyed today's drive through Austria and that it inspired you to take your own trips. Let me know in the comments which place you liked the most, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. And for more tips and experiences from my travels across Europe, don't forget to subscribe to the Europe Truck Driver channel. I'll see you in the next video.